In this analysis, we delve into the critical factors that will shape the outcome of the NBA Finals. We focus on how team dynamics, coaching expertise, and standout individual performances can influence the championship battle. By examining these elements, we aim to uncover what will ultimately determine success on basketball's biggest stage. When considering the biggest factor that could influence the NBA Finals, coaching experience emerges as a significant element. On paper, the Oklahoma City Thunder are in a league of their own, having demonstrated superior performance throughout the season. However, Rick Carlisle's vast playoff experience and previous championship success might allow the Indiana Pacers to close the gap somewhat against a Thunder team led by Mark Dagnald, who is still relatively new to this high-pressure environment. Carlisle's strategic acumen and familiarity with the intense atmosphere of the playoffs might prove critical in navigating the series, especially when facing an innovative offensive mind like Dagnald. This battle of sidelines, of seasoned experience versus fresh creativity, adds an intriguing dimension to the finals. Carlisle's ability to make tactical adjustments and manage his team effectively under pressure could offer the Pacers a valuable edge, despite the Thunder's apparent dominance on paper. One of the defining aspects of this NBA Finals matchup lies in the innovative offensive schemes and defensive tactics that Mark Dagnald brings to the table. His creativity on offense injects a fresh dynamic into the game, making Indiana's attack unpredictable and challenging to defend. However, it's his defensive approach that raises intriguing questions about how the Pacers can counter the formidable Oklahoma City Thunder. Particularly noteworthy is how Dagnald might utilize players like Dort, whose aggressive defensive style has proven to be a disruptor throughout the season. Dort's ability to apply relentless pressure could be instrumental in breaking the Pacers' offensive rhythm, forcing turnovers and contested shots. Watching how these strategies unfold will be a key point of interest as the chess match between offensive innovation and defensive resilience takes center stage in the finals. Wing defense is poised to be the defining element in these finals, with players like Dort and Alex Caruso emerging as critical defensive assets. Dort's aggressive, physical style on the perimeter disrupts offensive rhythms and puts immense pressure on ball handlers, effectively serving as a defensive cornerstone for Oklahoma City. Caruso, known for his on-ball tenacity and ability to guard multiple positions, further strengthens this defensive perimeter. The Thunder's depth in wing defenders, including second-unit players who match or even surpass Dort's defensive prowess, gives them a unique advantage. This defensive intensity not only limits scoring opportunities, but also forces opponents into uncomfortable, contested shots, a strategy that devastated teams like Minnesota. Ultimately, the ability of Oklahoma City's wings to lock down their assignments and dismantle passing lanes will be critical in controlling the tempo and outcome of the series. One of the most critical aspects of this NBA Final Series will be the individual matchups that could tip the balance in favor of either team. A particularly intriguing duel will be Dort going head-to-head against Tyrese Haliburton or Pascal Siakam. Dort's tenacious and physical defensive style presents a formidable challenge for both Haliburton and Siakam, as he has demonstrated an ability to stay locked in and disrupt even the most skilled opponents. Tyrese Haliburton, as the primary playmaker for the Pacers, will find himself under constant pressure, especially when Dort applies relentless on-ball defense. To counter this, Indiana might lean more on Haliburton sharing the floor with TJ McConnell, allowing Haliburton to operate off the ball more frequently, mitigating Dort's aggressive defense. Meanwhile, Pascal Siakam's versatile scoring and ability to create plays will also be vital, but he must find ways to adapt when confronted by Oklahoma City's stifling defense. This matchup dynamic won't be a one-on-one scenario exclusively. Coaching adjustments and in-game tactical shifts will likely lead to Dort guarding both Haliburton and Siakam at different points of the game, depending on the flow and offensive sets. The efficiency with which these players handle defensive pressure and maintain their offensive production will play a key role in shaping the outcome of the finals. Ultimately, the success or struggles of these matchups could very well determine which team gains the upper hand in this high-stakes battle. When assessing player contributions, the spotlight undeniably falls on Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, SGA, and Tyrese Haliburton, whose roles are pivotal for their respective teams. For the Thunder, SGA serves as a dual threat, impacting the game on both offense and defense, making him indispensable. His ability to score prolifically while simultaneously applying defensive pressure sets the tone for Oklahoma City's success. This season, he accounts for an impressive 41% of the Thunder's points and is on track to achieve the rare feat of winning the scoring title, NBA MVP, and NBA championship all in the same year. On the other side, Tyrese Haliburton carries a heavy load for Indiana, contributing nearly 36% of his team's points while averaging close to 19 points and almost 10 assists per game. As the Pacers' primary playmaker, Haliburton orchestrates the offense and is the engine that keeps their gameplay flowing. Without his exceptional productivity and leadership on the floor, Indiana's chances at overcoming the Thunder are virtually non-existent. His presence is crucial for closing the competitive gap, as other players, such as T.J. McConnell, cannot replicate Haliburton's influence against a defensively intense opponent like Oklahoma City. The debate over who is more critical to their team's victory is nuanced. Some argue that Haliburton's playmaking is essential in creating opportunities for others, making him the linchpin for Indiana. Meanwhile, others emphasize SGA's comprehensive contributions, viewing him as the leader who must set the tone across all facets of the game to ensure the Thunder's dominance. Ultimately, both players must elevate their performances. However, the Thunder's formidable defense provides a cushion that could compensate for any off nights from SGA, whereas Indiana's success hinges heavily on Haliburton being special every night. The Oklahoma City Thunder's defensive dominance emerges as a defining factor in the NBA Finals. Their ability to disrupt and neutralize opposing offenses stands out as a critical advantage. The Thunder's wings, especially players like Dort and Alex Caruso, apply relentless pressure, showcasing their elite defensive capabilities. This defensive intensity limits opponents' options, forcing difficult shots and reducing shooting efficiency, a strategy that notably stifled Minnesota's offense in the playoffs, holding them to just 32% on pull-up attempts. Dort exemplifies this aggressive defense with his physical style reminiscent of a linebacker on a basketball court. His on-ball pressure is suffocating, often shadowing key opponents like Anthony Edwards and Julius Randle, preventing them from establishing their offensive rhythm. This approach extends throughout the Thunder's roster, with multiple defenders capable of maintaining high pressure and physicality. The Thunder's defensive depth not only challenges scores, but also dictates the pace and flow of the game. This relentless pressure keeps opponents off balance and creates opportunities for turnovers and transition offense. Their commitment to defense is expected to play a pivotal role in shortening the series, potentially leading the Thunder to a decisive victory within 6 games. Defensive dominance, therefore, is not just a strength for Oklahoma City. It is the bedrock upon which their championship pursuit rests. The NBA Finals outcome will largely hinge on a combination of coaching acumen, especially Rick Carlisle's playoff savvy versus Mark Dagnald's innovative offensive approach, and the intense defensive matchups that highlight Oklahoma City's formidable wing defense, led by Dort and Alex Caruso. Key player performances, particularly the dual impact of Shai Gilgeous-Alexander and the playmaking brilliance of Tyrese Haliburton, will be pivotal in determining which team gains the upper hand. Ultimately, the Thunder's defensive dominance and depth appear set to be decisive factors, making it unlikely for the series to extend beyond 6 games. These intertwining elements of strategy, defense, and star contributions will define who emerges as NBA champions. If you found this analysis insightful, please share it with fellow basketball fans, and feel free to like or leave your thoughts in the comments below.